down last time, and this time we got it
Well,
together.
some interesting scores going to be locked in. Well, did Pat Gazauskas get his score, but then Dion got another right-hander, which could have put him back into the second place anyway. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jay Davies with the heat win.
Well, yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about that. And the phone's ringing. No, it's not. We're probably going to have to go on hold. Probably going to have to go on hold for the judges to get those scores in for sure. I thought that's what the phone was about, but it wasn't the phone.
I'll have a look at this,
It was my mobile. Sorry about that.
This is going to be very close, mate. Have a look at these scores.
Well, gee whiz, this is really exciting. I can see some scores coming through, and they are exciting. Hold on to you.
Well, this is what happened. Oh, what happened was Pat Gazauskas did go to second with a 5.0, but then Dion scored a 6.1 and moved back into second. So Jay Davies does win that heat, and yellow second.
Dion Atkinson, what an exciting way to finish that heat. Congratulations, boys. You all surfed great. Commiserations to Sean. Couldn't find a trick out there, but the three of you guys had a great heat. Well done. So we're just still on hold here, waiting for the results to get printed up. Can't start this next heat, unfortunately. Judges just typing in their official scores.
All right, we're going to count this heat down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, sweet. Okay,
last heat for us, mate.
Last heat for us,
yeah.
Call
a good one.
Let's call a good one. Good luck, Jake.
Well, what an exciting end to that heat, mate. Pat Gazauskas did it on that left-hander. I think he was a bit frustrated that he could have gone a little bit harder on that wave, maybe. We just saw that left-hander spit, Ock. Wow.
As my jaw drops. Just saw a full-on barrel on the left. That was a real exciting heat. Yeah, that had me on the edge of my seat. Peace to everyone out there on the web world. Hope you're enjoying it, as we are thoroughly. Main break is just in true form right now.
Well, we've got Reese Bombassi out there in the red. We got Nate Yeomans. He'll be in the white. Tanner, another Gazauskas. He'll be in the yellow. And Hodei. Do you know how to say his surname there, mate?
Hodei Collazo.
Collazo. There's no R there. Collazo. And he'll be in the blue.
Collazo. It's Hodei. He's from Undaka.
Yep. He's got a great backhand, so let's have a look. It is first cab off the rank. It is
Nate Yeomans.
Is it?
I believe so.
Glare picking up here, mate. It's hard to see.
I believe so. The goofy footer.
It is.
Nice cutty there. Just getting his feet into his wax. Probably not a bad score, and it's always good to start off straight away in the first 2 minutes.
Well, we saw that
Nate
heat, mate. They were scratching around for 4s and 5s, and that's what can get you through. So a big heat win there for Jay Davies, the local boy.
Yeah, I'm sure his dad Pete will be stoked. He's getting deep into the event now and looking ominous. He's really surfing fantastic. Definitely one of the standouts of the event so far, right there.
Well, we got someone having a look now. Not in position, but I think they might have seen this one out the back, Ock. A little bit of wind coming up now, mate. The wind's gone a bit south. And let's hopefully the onshore doesn't come up. It's pristine conditions still.
Pristine conditions. It's come up a little bit, not a lot. Just like actually something that you'd like to surf to. Really, it's like a 5-knot slight cross onshore. Nothing too bad at all. These guys will love it actually, as long as it doesn't get too strong. But we've got a taker. Not
Taking
a lot
off late.
of wall.
Oh, not much wall on this one for blue.
It's Hodei.
Yep. He doesn't get many right-handers in Mundaka, does he?
No, so he's taking advantage. I don't think he'll ride this wave too much further, but won't put him in a bad position as long as he gets a rig along to get out there. We've got some lines approaching, and my goodness, we've got red and yellow contesting this wave. It looks like it could be a good right and left too. Are they going to split it?
No, it looks like yellow's in position for the left. He's going left. And
the wave tries to double up, Jake. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, though. These are the waves that you see doubling up and you go, yeah, I want it. But that wave doubled itself to
the
nothing.
High tide playing a huge part here, Rock.
Yeah, that was just a double up that didn't happen. So he's out of there. The next wave actually might be good. It's got a bit of whitewash on it, but nah. I'm seeing things. Red's in position. He's paddling. He's got a look on it.
And here goes Red having a look. Wants it, and just getting held up. And we have the official results. Sean Gosman in fourth in that last heat. In third was Pat Kazauskas. Unlucky for those two. Dion Atkinson coming in second, and big local boy Jay Davies with the big heat win, courtesy of that 9.3 at the start of that heat. Good surfing.
Very well done. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Just going a little quiet there, ladies and gentlemen, as Jake takes a phone call off Luke Munro, and I can hear Luke chuckling in the background, just going, how was that? Got out of jail? Late scratching, just go, oh no, sorry. Yeah, we're talking horses here. Horses for courses. Yeah, but well done by Luke. Got it getting through there with an interference. Right at the end of the heat. What do you say, Jake?
He's one happy camper, mate. He got to the his whole bundle when the interference was, his whole world went into a whole, state of panic when that interference call was thing. And then I said, "You still got a chance?" He went, "I still got a chance." And then he ended up making it with interference. So the interference call means you get your second wave halved. But here we got this.
Oh, a beautiful looking left-hander. Oh, nice long drawn out turn, and wow, he had the option there. I mean, it could have been a tight layback under the lip, or a big, nice carving turn, which he went the second choice and caught a rail, unfortunately, because I was liking the way he was going on that turn. But anyway,
should have grabbed rail, mate.
Yeah, nice.
The off grab rail hack.
And the three guys outside have seen something big. Something big. Paddling. Are they going to get the right or the left? Someone's going for the right.
It's a great looking wave either way here, Rock. And it looks like it's going to be blue swinging for the right here. Yellow's not in position.
So Hodei.
It's a great looking wave. Can he pull up onto the lip here? Didn't know what to do, whether to get barreled or do a big snap, but it was a big snap in the pocket. He's got another nice big section. Big carve there. And there's another little paddle out the back and just finishes it nicely and handles it. Nice finish there. We have
Tanner Gadauskas. Tanner, lane back almost. The wave kind of barreling, gets it under the lip turn there. Coming to lane, his bottom turn, one big last crack. Oh, he's going to get obliterated, which he does.
And you've got to watch out for that reef in there, Ock, too. He could get washed out. And it looks like Hodei's going to have to do the paddle of shame, but he's going to get a good score too, though, I reckon. A couple of nice big turns.
Yeah, he's coming around the long way. And we've seen at least one guy do that in every heat so far. So it's happening pretty often, and got to take note. All the surfers out there, do you want that last turn, and do you want an 8-minute paddle, or do you want to get back out there quick? So the scores will come through for Hodei, and he's going to have a long time to think about it.
He's got a good 6-minute paddle from where he is, at least. But
is that your answer? That's your answer to that, eh?
Well, some great scores getting locked in here for Hodei. It's an 8-point ride there for Last of Blue. Is he duck diving? Where is he?
I think he was duck diving, Jake. Yeah, Hodei, 8 points. In Spanish, that's dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Is that Spanish or is that Portuguese you're trying to get out there, mate?
No, it's Spanish.
Well, it's an 8-point ride, mate. You've got 22 minutes on the clock, so still plenty of time. It's a great score there.
Unfortunately, Hodei can't get to 8 in Spanish, but it's an 8-point ride, matey. You've got to be happy with that.
Well, here's the replay of it on the big screen, mate. So all you people out in there, Webland, that nice high turn, nearly nosedived, drew it around, and a nice big slice here. The judges liked it, mate. And just finished here, went for it and handled.
Well, actually, he did make that last turn, and that was worth it. And as soon as he made that last turn, he's like, he went, stuff it, I'm going left, because he knew he wasn't going to get out.
I would have pulled through. I reckon he would have made it.
Yeah. Well, there was no sets. He wasn't to know that. But anyway, I reckon he's surfing a good heat. I reckon he's onto it. He's going to get back out. He's got 21 minutes left, so he's got plenty of time to get back out there, and he's in the box seat. Reese Bombassi not to catch a wave yet. As we see some smaller waves coming through. Surfers not electing to take them. Another one coming through. People having a look, but just not in position there. So we've got Hodei Collazo paddling back out with an 8-point ride. Back up 2.67. He's going to get rid of that for sure.
Well, the situation with 20 and a half minutes on the clock, Ock. It is Rick Red, is it? Reese Bombassi, you have not stood up yet, mate, and you only need a 6.03, so still he can get that in one score, mate. Go straight to second place.
For sure he could. And and thanks to the beautiful girls from Drugaware, came in to visit us, Jake, and they just didn't want to, they were a bit shy, they didn't want to
have a talk.
Get on the microphone. Okay, they're going to come back later. Let's go and have a Corona.
Well, with 20 minutes, I'll get back to the heat situation. And it's Tanner Gazowskis in third. You only need a 3.71, mate. And Nate Yeomans, you're in second. You need a 5.85 to go to the lead. And Hodei, you are in the lead, courtesy of the 8-point ride of your last wave, and you have a 2.67 to throw away. And he's nearly out the back, Hawk.
He's a fast paddler, I tell you. He's like, these other guys took 8 minutes and he's doing it in 4, so I believe that he's been doing some training. The young Hodei flying out the back there.
There's the famous Margaret River lull, mate, that we talked about a little bit earlier.
Well, it is. What's the time here in Western Australia?
It's 10 to 2.
10 to 2, approaching the high tide, probably top of the tide kind of lull.
There's been plenty of waves in that last heat, mate. They all had a couple of cracks. Besides, Sean Gosman had an absolutely Barry Crocker, just out of position. I know how it feels. I had one of those yesterday.
Yeah, well, me too. And it's the red singlet at the moment. It is having trouble. Last heat, Sean Gosman. And it's the top seed, by the way. If those people that don't know, the guy in the red singlet is the top seed. Oh, well, actually, it's the second round. Maybe it's not.
No, well, it's the guy that's won his heat.
It's won his heat
before, so... there's 30-minute heats today, Ock. Best 2 rides count. And if you get an interference, your second wave gets halved. So you still got a good chance of getting through, as we saw Luke Munro. There's a couple of guys who got through with interferences in this whole event. I think Hira Tiratufana got through the other day with an interference.
Yeah, it's good the way that they just halve your second score now. They don't really
wipe you out altogether, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So it's a good thing. You can kind of, you don't want to get interference, but just in case it does happen, especially at the main break, it's difficult with 4 guys going both ways. Often a lack of communication gets the better of you, and these things do happen. Some desperation does set in at times.
Yep. Great contest directing here from Mike McAuliffe as well, mate. Running 30-minute heats here because he wanted to give the guys in the 4-man heats some extra time because he knows it's tough. But I think he's going to chop them back on the man-on-man to 25, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Man-on-man priority out there. You have a ball just sitting there with priority going, I can backdoor the peak and not even have any hassles at all.
Today would be a whole time, wouldn't
and
it?
And jet ski assist.
And jet ski assist. Oh, my goodness. You can make the heats 15 minutes. Not a problem. Not a problem. As we coming down to 17 minutes and 30 seconds, the situation is the same. Hodei Collazo in the lead. Nate Yeomans in second.
Tanner's in third. And Rick Bambossi's still yet to stand up. And, he's going to want to get pretty busy with 17 minutes on the clock. But I've seen guys win heats in 5 minutes flat here on the right-handers. Real hard to do going left, but, you can get back out the back within 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, that was a good paddle for Tanner. He got into a nice little inside, a beautiful backhand snap. The wave goes a little whitewashy, and just to a second check turn. He's trying to set up the inside, a couple little wobbles, little nose dig there, but just probably like to get a third turn, which he does, and even a fourth. No, he'd rather make the paddle back out, as we have out the back, Jake.
Oh, it's Nate Yeomans, I think, mate.
It is.
Big slice, almost a layback. Carve out into the face, drives around again. He's got a nice section here, bit of hits the lip. Haven't seen someone hit the lip on the left for a long time. And that's a good wave there. It's the best left I've seen for a long while.
Well, it was a good wave, and he surfed it well too. It just does look hard from here going left. I mean, there's not a lot of power there, even though the waves are solid today. It's kind of moving out to sea a little bit, and the rights are coming straight at you. So the rights are definitely the high scorers. The lefts do look tricky. I mean, I'm trying to imagine myself on them, and it just doesn't look as easy as it looks, well, even though that doesn't make sense. But
well, there's a drug aware ad on the TV for you guys at home, just to, drug aware. Just be aware. And I'll peel your eyes to the horizon, mate. There's someone in position, but look at the white caps out there, mate. Looks like we could get some onshore soon.
I think Reece Bombassi has seen this wave. He's in perfect position. Finally, he gets his turn with 15 minutes left, halfway through the heat. Let's see what he can do. He's coming off the bottom. Pretty nice snap there. It's got nice style on him too, and he does a nice cut back. Puts his hand in there. Wave cooperating somewhat as he snaps into the pocket, flicks off it. So at least he's got to start there, Jake.
Well, he's got to get going. It's 15 minutes, halfway through the heat, and that's his first ride. That's the way I try and play my heats, mate. I want to get one good score in the first half of the heat, and then hopefully you got 15 minutes to pick up a second score. So it's there we are on the screen again. Hello, everyone out there in Webland.
Giving our best waves and our best smiles.
Well, Nate Yeoman, mate. 6.33 for that left-hander. That last score for White. Yep. 6.33 goes shooting straight into the lead. And
wasn't a bad score for a left at all. The wave had good shape as we got some
action. Here we go. We've got Hodei on his backhand. Let's have a look. He's faded a little bit. Checks around. Big section. Hooks it there. Can he go top to bottom in this section here, Ock?
Kenny, and he does a nice kind of slashing cut back into the whitewash and holds on.
Nice.
So they were two big turns, and that was after a 8-minute paddle straight into that wave. So he's going to be feeling it right now for sure.
Well, he only needed a 3.16 to go to first place again. So
I dare say
really tough for the other two guys right now. And who's in the middle of the break here? Just getting pounded.
Someone, it looks like Tanner. He's going to cop another one. After this, he should be fine, but duck diving that. As we have Reece Bombassi scoring a 4.7, so he's on the board, needing a 6.61. Scores to come through for Hodei. Looking like he will better a score. Not by a lot.
It looks like he will go into first place, Ock. And look, the waves, if there's no lull, they just seem to pump through.
Wow,
hasn't really slowed up too much at all, has it?
No, it hasn't. As someone just squeaks on under that left.
I mean, there's no one in the lineup for this set, so that just tells you something, doesn't it? Plenty of waves.
Plenty of waves.
And are we going to have someone swinging on this one? Oh, I thought Nate. No takers. So
nothing better, JK, than having a consistent surf on hands for a four-man heat.
Situation has changed, Ock.
Has changed.
With 13 minutes on the clock, Reece Bombassi.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. My tongue twisted. Bombassi. He's in fourth place. You now need a 7.09 to move up in a second. Tanner Gazauskas, you're in third. You need a 7.49. Nate Yeomans, you've moved down into second place. You need a 6.68 to go to first. And that last score of Hodei, you scored 5 points, so you are out in the lead, and you try to drop that 5-point ride. So good heat here for the surfer in blue, Ock.
Good heat for Hodei from all the way from Mundaka. I believe he's from the Basque country, and is Basque and proud of it. Beautiful spot there in the southwest of Europe.
Him and Aritz.
Him and Aritz. Basque. Good travelling companions. Aritz being on the CT?
Yep, he's on the CT. This is his second year. He injured last year, mate. He did his knee, ankle, knee 10 times over. He had a bit of a shocker. First event last year, did all his ligaments in his knee. Came back 3 events later and then injured himself again. And I'm scoring the wild card, though, for this year.
Yes, and that was nice of you to give him the wild card.
Well, it's not just up to me, mate.
No, I know it's up to a few of you, but it was it was deserved, I'm sure.
Yeah, he missed more than half the year, so he didn't even get a chance really to qualify.
Yeah, I thought it was well deserved.
But he's been on fire this year.
Good call, he has, and doing great for Europe, and especially for the Basque. They're so proud of their fellow countrymen, and love seeing very passionate, just like us Aussies, and they really get behind their own, and it's great to see. And Hodei in the lead in this heat.
Well, with 11 minutes on the clock, there's 11 minutes.
As we see the main break on the screen.
Have a look at the breeze, Ock. What do you reckon? You reckon it's going to blow in?
I can see 15 knots way out there.
No, mate, I'm telling you, that's way stronger than 15 knots. With white horses like that running, mate, that's pretty strong.
But that's what I mean. If it's 15 knots, there's white horses, right? And they're big white horses. It'll be all right. As we have 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Situation's the same. And Eddie, go for it.
E a situação na bateria até o momento, a situação até o momento, a liderança da bateria agora está com a camiseta, a licra azul. Todavía tiene a 8 puntos y 5 puntos con las duas mejores. Para mejorar tenía que trocar los 5 puntos. Golazo. Todavía segunda posición para a licra blanca. Necesita ahora 6.68 para tomar la lideranza de la batería. La tercera posición para la licra amarilla. Amarilla necesita 7.49 para adelantarse para la segunda posición, la zona de clasificación. En la cuarta batería, la cuarta posición está la licra roja. Necesita hasta el momento 7.09 para avanzar para la próxima fase de la competición. 9 minutos para lo final. Buenazo. Okay.
Thank you, Eddie. And Jake, I hope he's not saying go and sit on that guy.
No one's really going to know, are they?
No. But he doesn't have to sit in on anyone because he's leading.
Front, mate.
Yeah.
So time whittling away here, Ock. 8 minutes 45 on the clock. But I've been paying pretty close attention, mate. There's pretty much been a set every 5 minutes or so. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see some more fireworks towards the end of this heat. And Reece Bambassi is in the 4th place. He needs to get a wriggle on. 7.09 is what he needs. And Tanner Gazauskas needs a 7.49.
Yeah, well, they're both big scores. So these guys really need to find a good wave. If not 2, but hopefully, just maybe 2, but hopefully just one good one, and they're all in position. So all we need some sets. Can see the next heat paddling out, which is heat 9.
Kurt Flinoff, Bottle Thompson, Luke Campbell, and
Tanino from Hawaii. Tanino Benson. That's a great heat. All those surfers really, really good. So expect an exciting heat, which is heat number 9. After that, we've got 3 more heats to finish off the round. And then maybe a couple more of the next round. So we're going to surf here till probably 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Depends on the glare,
Western
right?
Standard Time.
Yeah, the swell is predicted to drop a little bit tomorrow, Ock. It's still going to be, Colin's going to do 4 to 5 6-foot sets tomorrow, and then Sunday dropping away again. But the weather's going to be phenomenal. So, all you people up in Perth in the office Friday afternoon, maybe think about coming down for the weekend. Check out the action down here at Margaret River Main Beach, Margaret River Point.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's such a beautiful afternoon that we're having here, and I believe, the weather's going to be sensational for the weekend. We've got surf, so get your way down here. We need you. Fill up the point.
Come support the local boys. Jay Davies still going. Oh, we saw Yaden just bomb out earlier. I'm not sure if he's the only local boy left in it.
As we have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the lineup.
Well,
we can see a little bit of wind coming now.
Yeah, look at it, south side. It's blowing in, mate. It's just a matter of time, I think.
As a fan just goes over the lineup right now, the first sign of a sea breeze coming through the main break lineup. So
well, it's 2 o'clock, mate. That's pretty good for
that's
the
sensational for Western Australia, isn't it?
It's either 30 knot howling offshore or 30 knot howling onshore. But we've had a couple of hours of nice light winds, which, it's pretty late in the season. We're in April now, so
yeah, right.
Great time of the year. April, May around this region is absolutely phenomenal for waves.
Oh yes, that's when you start thinking about packing up and going north, isn't it? Just about next couple of months.
Later. This is great months for down here.
Yeah, right.
You get the nice all-day light winds with the big swells.
A couple more months to that happens.
Yeah, a couple more. Up north or Bali, mate.
Bali. Oh yeah. Well, I know where you're going. As we see a little set rolling through. Yellow just didn't decide to take that one. He might be in position for the next one. First one was just a little too small with no wall, but these guys will miss it, as Yellow does know, and he might miss it himself. Yes, he does. That wave did recede a lot, though. Didn't offer much scoring potential. With 5 minutes, 20 seconds left, it's getting down to crunch time for red and yellow. They've got to have to start wishing upon a set so they can get back in this heat.
Well, mate, just coming on to 5 minutes. And, well, here it is, that noise. That's the 5 minute mark. You guys out in the water, 5 minutes. So, Ock, what's your favourite part about WA, mate, coming over here? It's like besides the 4.5 hour flight.
And the 3.5 hour drive with kids screaming. Yeah, it's as soon as I get here. Yeah, as soon as I get here and just drive into Margaret River, I get all those... just all those flashbacks of coming here since I've been 14 years old, and such good memories, winning the event twice. Just a lot of friends that I've made here, and just the tranquility. Time slows down here. It's a lot different from where I'm come from the Tweed Heads on the Gold Coast. It's just time to relax, slow down, just enjoy it with the family, and catch up with friends, and it's just sensational.
Oh, have a look, mate. There's everyone wants this wave,
yes,
and
we
there's going to be
double.
an interference
looking
there.
like a...
Oh gosh!
Oh, we're going to have to leave that up to the judges. We could. Yeah, it does. Someone said it reminds him of Jake and I in the final, 2006.
But I tell you what, Tanner Gazowski's got the end of that right-hander, and that was a blessing. There was an interference there, because he's still going to get scored for that ride, and it was a good one. He
was. He tagged that wave, Jake. He really did. It was his last snap was great.
He basically needs a 7.5. So,
and maybe not as much now, because maybe there's going to be an interference against one of these guys that are in first and second of this heat. So
wait for the phone to ring, mate.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that phone to ring. Is there going to be a scratching? Late scratching. We're waiting for it. But, so it's interesting. We've got 3 minutes, 30 seconds, and the judge is going to be busy right now talking about the interference, judging Tanner's wave. So it's just all laid out on the table right now, Jake.
Well, it was interesting tactic there.
Telephone.
It's a double interference there. Double interference, red and white. You have a double interference.
So, double interference means that Tanner Gudowskis is going to need not as much as a 7.49. It's probably going to be half that, and he tagged that wave. So, expect maybe a change in the situation as another wave looms up in front of the guys. What's going to happen here, Jake?
Well, who's in position? It looks like it's going to be another little... Oh, they're going to split the peak here. It's blue. Hodei, just coming unstuck. Hodei on the right hand. He's tagging it. There's a nice big fins out the back there.
Beautiful, Jake. And he is no Hodei, I tell you. That was a beautiful ridden wave as Tanner on the left goes down. Kind of face planted with a rail grab on his bottom turn. Still waiting for scores, though.
So we're going to have to wait to see what happens with all these scores getting mixed around with that double interference. I mean, that's what Margaret's is pretty much famous for, that perfect peak. Trestles there's a perfect left and right, and these guys can't work it out. They both go down in the middle of it like they did. It's an interference, so both those two surfers will halve their second score. So
yes, they will, and it is. It's just one of those waves where it's easy to get a double interference because both waves, the right and the left, are looking the same, and one wants the right, one wants the left, and it just happens, doesn't it? And
Well, Nate Yeoman was just trying to hold him off, I would think, because Reece Bambuzi had nothing really.
you don't really want to mess with someone that's got nothing because they're dangerous.
Yeah.
And
minute 30 on the clock, and we're just waiting for the screen to update.
just waiting. Yeah, well, no, Blue's nothing's gonna change for Blue. Obviously, he's leading the heat, so he's safe. But it's in between Nate Yeomans and Tanner Gadauskas. We will leave it to the judges.
There's a minute 5 on the clock, and we'll give you an update when it all gets locked away, if there's enough time.
After this heat, we're going to get some new commentators in.
We're going to take a
It'll be
break.
Mark Cliff, we're going to take a break. I need a toilet break here. That was 3 heats, probably the most I've ever done.
Half an hour heats.
Drinking a lot of water and I'm busting at the seams.
Well, here it is. Hodei gets a 6.1. He extends his lead. And Tanner Gadauskas gets a 4.9.
Ooh, and I don't think that's enough because
Well,
he needed a 6.27 after the interference, so
I'm not sure, mate.
I'm not sure either. But this is what I'm reading.
No, I don't think. I think when the interferences get locked in, they get brackets.
Oh, they haven't been locked in yet, so actually bear with us, guys.
Well,
We have not got the result yet with 13 seconds, 12, 10. We'll count you down. Next heat on standby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think he still won. Look, half that and that score.
Okay,
Well-
so we will be on hold. Thanks, Jake. It's great to share the mic with you first time, I
You
think.
two, Ock. Maybe
Cool.
tomorrow we'll get back
Yeah,
in here
let's
and,
do it. Let's
and
do
have
it.
another talk. We're going to hand over to Bunga.
All by yourself?
Eddie. Well, see you
Thanks
later.
very much, boys.
Guys,
The Ock and
a
Jake
very
show.
good show here inside this cabin, huh? Right now, Jake and Oki, they guys, doing a very good job.